Story disclaimer. This story is a work of fiction and is intended for entertainment purposes only. The content includes dark themes, horror elements, and fictional depictions of rituals and sacrifices that are purely imaginative and not reflective of any real-life practices or beliefs. Viewer discretion is advised. This video is not suitable for younger audiences, and parental guidance is recommended. The story does not endorse or promote any harmful behavior, violence, or dangerous activities. Please note that all characters, events, and settings are entirely fictional and created for the purpose of storytelling. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events, is purely coincidental. In a world where light and darkness collide, Kofi and Nia's battle to protect their home takes them to unimaginable heights. Through epic battles, fierce trials, and ancient prophecies, they must harness their strength, wisdom, and love to face shadowy forces that threaten the very essence of their land. From fighting relentless dark spirits to unraveling secrets hidden deep within the forest, each moment tests their bond and resolve. As they strive to fulfill their destiny, the stakes rise with each challenge, leading to a final confrontation that could forever alter their future. Stay tuned to witness if they triumph or fall. The battle began with a deafening roar. The dark spirits lunged at Kofi and Nia, their ethereal forms striking with deadly precision. Kofi, wielding the talisman, summoned protective barriers of light that deflected the spirits' attacks. Nia struck with lightning speed, her coils ensnaring and crushing any spirit that came too close. The dark spirits, relentless and unyielding, pressed their attack. They swarmed around Kofi and Nia, their claws raking against the protective light of the talisman. The air crackled with energy as the forces of light and darkness clashed. Kofi and Nia fought with everything they had. Kofi channeled the power of the talisman, unleashing blasts of pure energy that tore through the ranks of the dark spirits. Nia, using her serpentine agility, darted and weaved through the onslaught, her fangs sinking into the shadowy forms of their enemies. Despite their strength, the battle was far from easy. The dark spirits were numerous and cunning, exploiting every weakness and lapse in concentration. At one point, the particularly fierce spirit broke through Kofi's defenses, its claws slicing through his arm. Kofi gritted his teeth against the pain, refusing to let it deter him. "Nia, we must finish this," Kofi called out, his voice strained but resolute. "We need to strike at the heart of the darkness." Nia, sensing the urgency, nodded and coiled around Kofi, lifting him off the ground. With a powerful leap, she propelled them both toward the swirling vortex at the center of the summit. The dark spirits, realizing their intent, converged on them, desperate to stop their advance. As they reached the vortex, Kofi raised the talisman high. Its light intensified, becoming a blinding beacon of pure energy. "By the power of the spirits and the strength of our bond, we banish you," Kofi shouted, his voice echoing across the summit. Nia, using all her strength, struck at the heart of the vortex with her fangs. The combined force of the talisman's light and Nia's attack shattered the dark vortex, sending shockwaves of energy through the summit. The dark spirits screamed in agony as they were torn apart by the light, their forms disintegrating into nothingness. The summit was engulfed in a brilliant explosion of light. Kofi and Nia, at the center of the maelstrom, felt the power of the talisman and the spirits wash over them, cleansing the darkness and restoring balance. When the light finally subsided, the dark spirits were gone, and the sky cleared, revealing the first rays of dawn. Kofi and Nia, exhausted but victorious, stood together on the now tranquil summit. They embraced, their hearts filled with relief and triumph. "We did it," Kofi whispered, his voice choked with emotion. "We saved our home." Nia nodded, her eyes shimmering with tears of joy. "Together, we are unstoppable," she said, her voice filled with love and pride. As the sun rose, bathing the summit in golden light, the forest spirits appeared before them. Kofi, Nia, they intoned, their voices filled with reverence. You have proven yourselves worthy. The dark forces are vanquished, and the balance is restored. Your courage and strength will be remembered for generations to come. With the Spirit's blessing, Kofi and Nia descended the sacred mountain, their hearts light and their spirits high. They returned to their village as heroes, their bond stronger than ever. The village of Ngoma celebrated their victory, and the forest thrived under their protection. The prophecy had been fulfilled, and Kofi and Nia's legacy would endure, a testament to the power of love, duty, and resilience. With the prophecy fulfilled, the forest and the village of Ngoma entered a new era of peace and prosperity. Kofi and Nia, now revered as true guardians, continued to protect the land and its people. Kofi and Nia began a new chapter in their lives, their roles as protectors and leaders firmly established. They worked tirelessly to ensure the safety and prosperity of the forest and the village. Their bond, strengthened by the trials they had faced, became a symbol of hope and resilience. Together, they led the village into a new era, where the harmony between humans and nature was stronger than ever. The forest spirits, now fully allied with Kofi and Nia, continued to guide and protect them. Their blessings brought prosperity and abundance to the land. The villagers, inspired by Kofi and Nia's leadership, worked together to build a brighter future. The spirits' gifts, including the powerful talisman, ensured that Kofi and Nia could continue to protect the forest from any future threats. Their connection to the spirits and the land remained unbreakable. Under Kofi and Nia's leadership, the village of Ngoma flourished. The people lived in harmony with the forest, respecting its magic and its guardians. The unity and cooperation of the villagers were a testament to the strength of their bond with Kofi and Nia. The village elders, once wary of Kofi and Nia's union, now fully supported them. They saw the positive changes brought about by their leadership and the fulfillment of the prophecy. The village of Ngoma became a beacon of hope and resilience. Adibeo, who had caused so much turmoil, sought redemption. Realizing the error of his ways, he approached Kofi and Nia asking for forgiveness. Kofi and Nia, understanding the importance of forgiveness and growth, gave him a chance to make amends. Adibeo worked tirelessly to regain the trust of the villagers. His journey of redemption was long and arduous, but ultimately, he found a place in the village once more. His transformation became a symbol of the power of forgiveness and the possibility of change. Despite the peace and prosperity, a new threat emerged from the depths of the forest. An ancient evil, long thought to be vanquished, began to stir. Kofi and Nia, with the help of their allies, prepared to face this new danger. The threat was unlike any they had faced before. It sought to corrupt the very essence of the forest, turning its magic against the people. Kofi and Nia, armed with the talisman and the knowledge they had gained, stood ready to defend their home. The spirits, sensing the impending danger, provided Kofi and Nia with guidance. Their cryptic messages and visions helped them understand the nature of the threat and the steps needed to combat it. Kofi and Nia, with the support of the villagers, set out on a new quest. They journeyed to the heart of the forest, seeking the source of the ancient evil. Their determination and courage were unwavering, fueled by their love for each other and their home. Their journey led them to the hidden village of Luwasi once more. There, they uncovered a crucial secret, an ancient ritual that could vanquish the evil threatening the forest. The villagers of Luwasi, knowing the importance of their mission, shared their knowledge and resources. Kofi and Nia, with the help of their allies, prepared for the ritual. The stakes were high, and the challenges were immense, but their resolve was unbreakable. They knew that the future of the forest depended on their success. The final battle against the ancient evil was upon them. Kofi and Nia, along with their allies, stood at the edge of a vast, shadowy clearing deep within the heart of the forest. The air was thick with tension, and an eerie silence hung over the area, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves and distant animal calls. Dark clouds swirled overhead, casting the forest in a sinister twilight. The ancient evil, a malevolent entity known as Nkulu, had awakened from its long slumber, drawn by the disruptions in the balance of the forest. Nkulu's presence was palpable, a dark force that seemed to drain the light and life from everything around it. The entity manifested as a towering, shadowy figure with glowing red eyes and an aura of darkness that seemed to pulse with an evil energy. Kofi and Nia, their hearts filled with determination, led their allies, warriors from Ngoma and the hidden village of Luwasi, as well as the new guardians they had trained. The allies formed a protective circle around Kofi and Nia, their faces set with grim resolve. Each one held a weapon or talisman, ready to fight for their home and their loved ones. Kofi, Nia, called Elder Zola from Luwasi, her voice strong and steady despite the tension. Remember the teachings of the spirits. Use the power of the talisman and the knowledge we've shared with you. Together, we will vanquish this evil. Kofi nodded, feeling the weight of the talisman around his neck. Its warmth was a comforting reminder of the spirit's presence. He looked at Nia, who was already beginning to shift into her python form, her scales glimmering in the dim light. "We fight for our home," Kofi said, his voice firm. "We fight for each other." Nkulu let out a bone-chilling roar, its dark energy surging forward like a wave. The battle began with a clash of light and darkness as the allies charged towards the ancient evil. Kofi, wielding the talisman, unleashed beams of pure light that cut through the shadows, creating pathways for his allies to advance. Nia, in her python form, slithered with incredible speed, striking at Nkulu with deadly precision. The dark forces, minions of Nkulu, emerged from the shadows, grotesque and twisted beings that seemed to ooze darkness. They attacked the allies with ferocity, their claws and fangs glinting in the faint light. The warriors fought bravely, their weapons clashing with the dark minions in a symphony of battle. Kofi and Nia moved with practiced coordination, their bond unbreakable. Kofi used the talisman to shield Nia from the darkest attacks, while Nia's powerful coils crushed the dark minions that dared to approach them. The battle was chaotic and fierce, with each side pushing and pulling, the balance of power shifting with every blow. As the battle raged on, Nkulu focused its wrath on Kofi and Nia. The ancient evil unleashed a torrent of dark energy, creating a whirlwind of shadows that threatened to engulf them. Kofi held the talisman high, its light shining like a beacon, pushing back against the darkness. Nia, sensing an opening, lunged at Nkulu, her fangs bared. Nkulu roared in anger, swatting Nia away with a massive, shadowy limb. Nia crashed into the ground, her scales shimmering as she struggled to rise. Kofi, seeing Nia in danger, felt a surge of protective fury. He channeled the power of the talisman, unleashing a blinding blast of light that struck Nkulu directly, causing the ancient evil to stagger. "Nia, now!" Kofi shouted, his voice filled with urgency. Nia, drawing upon her inner strength, launched herself at Nkulu once more. This time, she wrapped her powerful coils around the entity, constricting it with all her might. Nkulu thrashed and roared, its dark energy pulsing in a desperate attempt to break free. The ground trembled under the force of their struggle, and the air crackled with raw energy. Kofi joined the fray, using the talisman to amplify Nia's strength. The light from the talisman merged with Nia's power, creating a radiant aura that enveloped them both. The allies, inspired by their leader's bravery, redoubled their efforts, pushing back the dark minions and creating a protective barrier around Kofi and Nia. Nkulu's roars grew louder, more desperate. The ancient evil lashed out with shadowy tendrils, but Kofi and Nia held firm, their combined power overwhelming the dark entity. With one final, earth-shaking roar, Nkulu began to dissolve, its form disintegrating into nothingness. The darkness lifted, and the forest was bathed in the warm, golden light of dawn. The allies cheered, their voices echoing through the now peaceful forest. Kofi and Nia, exhausted but triumphant, embraced each other. The talisman's light dimmed, having fulfilled its purpose. The spirits appeared before them, their forms glowing with approval. Kofi, Nia, the spirits intoned, their voices filled with reverence. You have defeated the ancient evil and restored balance to the forest. Your courage and unity have saved us all. Elder Zola stepped forward, her eyes filled with pride. You have fulfilled the prophecy, Kofi and Nia. You are true guardians of the forest. As the sun rose higher, casting its light over the victorious allies, Kofi and Nia knew that their journey had only just begun. They had proven their strength and their bond, and they would continue to protect their home with the same unwavering determination. The village of Ngoma and the hidden village of Luwasi celebrated their heroes, their hearts filled with gratitude and hope. Kofi and Nia's legacy would endure, but testament to the power of love, unity, and resilience in the face of darkness. The battle ended in victory for Kofi and Nia. The ancient evil was vanquished, and peace was restored to the forest. The villagers celebrated their triumph, grateful for the courage and dedication of their guardians. The aftermath of the battle was a time of healing and rebuilding. The village and the forest, having faced immense challenges, emerged stronger and more united. Kofi and Nia, their bond unbreakable, continued to lead with wisdom and compassion. The village of Ngoma entered a new era of renewal and prosperity. The people, inspired by Kofi and Nia's leadership, worked together to build a brighter future. The harmony between humans and nature was stronger than ever, and the village flourished. Many other shapeshifters that had been protecting the forest and the village from the shadow overcame their fear and showed themselves to the village's elders so as to join forces against any future evil that might threaten the forest and the village's peace. The elders, once wary of change, embraced the new era with open hearts. They saw the positive impact of Kofi and Nia's leadership and the fulfillment of the prophecy. The village became a symbol of hope and resilience, a testament to the power of unity and love. The forest spirits, having guided Kofi and Nia through their trials, prepared to bid them farewell. Their mission was complete and the prophecy fulfilled. The spirits' parting words were filled with gratitude and blessing. Kofi and Nia, their hearts full of love and respect, thanked the spirits for their guidance and protection. The spirits' departure marked the beginning of a new chapter in their lives, one filled with promise and possibility. With the spirits' blessing, Kofi and Nia began training new guardians, both human and shapeshifters, to protect the forest. These guardians, chosen for their bravery and dedication, would continue their legacy. Kofi and Nia's teachings ensured that the forest and village would be safeguarded for generations to come. The new guardians, inspired by Kofi and Nia's example, embraced their roles with enthusiasm and commitment. They learned the ancient rituals, the secrets of the forest, and the wisdom of the spirits. The legacy of Kofi and Nia was secure. During their training, the new guardians discovered a hidden grove with a powerful secret. This grove, untouched by time, held the key to further understanding the forest's magic. Kofi and Nia, along with the new guardians, explored its mysteries. The grove revealed ancient artifacts and knowledge that had been lost for centuries. These discoveries deepened their connection to the forest and enhanced their ability to protect it. The hidden grove became a place of learning and growth. With the knowledge gained from the hidden grove, Kofi and Nia envisioned a bright future for the forest and the village. They shared their plans with the villagers, who supported them wholeheartedly. Together, they worked to ensure the prosperity and harmony of their land. The forest, under their protection, flourished. The balance between humans and nature was maintained, and the village thrived. Kofi and Nia's leadership brought hope and progress, and their vision for the future became a reality. The hidden village of Luwasi shared its legacy with Kofi and Nia. The villagers revealed their ancient history and the role they had played in protecting the forest. This legacy was a source of inspiration and strength. Kofi and Nia, understanding the significance of this legacy, worked to preserve and honor it. They integrated the knowledge and traditions of Luwasi into their own practices, ensuring that the wisdom of the past would continue to guide them. The forest spirits, sensing a new challenge on the horizon, returned with a message for Kofi and Nia. Their guidance was crucial in preparing for the trials to come. The spirits' presence reassured the villagers and strengthened their resolve. Kofi and Nia, with the support of the spirits, faced the new challenges with determination. Their bond, strengthened by their past trials, was unbreakable. Together, they stood ready to protect their home from any threat. The final challenge tested Kofi and Nia's strength, wisdom, and love. This trial, set by the spirits, was the ultimate test of their abilities. They faced it with unwavering resolve, knowing that the future of the forest depended on their success. The spirits gathered Kofi and Nia at the heart of the sacred grove, the place of immense power and mystery. The ancient trees whispered secrets, and the air was charged with magic. The spirits' forms shimmered as they spoke, their voices resonating with authority and reverence. Kofi and Nia, you have shown great courage and determination, the spirits intoned. But to fulfill your destiny as true guardians of the forest, you must face 3 trials: the trial of strength, the trial of wisdom, and the trial of love. Only by overcoming these challenges will you prove your worth. The trial of strength. The ground beneath them trembled as the spirits revealed the first trial. The earth split open, revealing a path that led deep into the heart of the mountain. Kofi and Nia descended, their steps echoing in the dark, narrow passage. The air grew cooler, and the walls seemed to close in on them. At the end of the path, they emerged into a vast underground cavern. The chamber was illuminated by glowing crystals, casting an eerie light on the massive stone golem that stood in the center. The golem, the guardian of ancient times, was a towering figure made of rock and imbued with elemental power. To prove your strength, you must defeat the stone golem, the spirits declared. But beware, for this guardian is formidable and relentless. The golem roared to life, its eyes glowing with fiery intensity. Kofi and Nia, undaunted, prepared to face the creature. Kofi held the talisman high, its light amplifying his strength. Nia shifted into her python form, her scales shimmering with power. The battle was fierce. The golem's massive fists crashed down, shaking the ground with each blow. Kofi dodged and countered, using the talisman to create barriers of light that deflected the golem's attacks. Nia struck with lightning speed, her coils wrapping around the golem's limbs, trying to immobilize it. The golem roared and shook, trying to dislodge Nia. With a mighty heave, it threw her off and turned its attention to Kofi. Kofi stood his ground, channeling all his energy into the talisman. He unleashed a beam of pure light, striking the golem's core. The golem staggered, but it wasn't enough to bring it down. Nia, recovering quickly, noticed a weak point in the golem's structure, a crack near its heartstone. Kofi, the heartstone. Aim for the heartstone, she shouted. Kofi nodded, his resolve strengthening. He focused his energy and, with a powerful leap, drove the talisman into the heartstone. The golem let out a final, earth-shaking roar before crumbling into a heap of stones. Kofi and Nia had triumphed, their strength and unity overcoming the formidable guardian. The trial of wisdom. The spirits led Kofi and Nia to the next trial, which took place in the ancient temple of knowledge, hidden deep within the forest. The temple was a labyrinth of hallways and chambers, each filled with ancient scrolls and mystical artifacts. To prove your wisdom, you must navigate the labyrinth and solve the riddle of the Sphinx, the spirits declared. Only then will you unlock the path to the final trial. Kofi and Nia entered the labyrinth, their minds sharp and focused. The hallways twisted and turned, each path looking identical to the last. They encountered numerous puzzles and traps, each requiring careful thought and problem-solving skills. At times, they had to work together to decipher ancient texts or manipulate intricate mechanisms. After what felt like hours, they reached the heart of the labyrinth, where the Sphinx awaited. The Sphinx was a majestic creature with the body of a lion and the head of a wise elder. Its eyes gleamed with intelligence as it spoke. "Answer my riddle, and you may pass. Fail, and you will be trapped here forever," the Sphinx intoned. "I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I?" Kofi and Nia pondered the riddle, their minds racing. They whispered to each other, considering different possibilities. Finally, Nia's eyes lit up with realization. "It's an echo," she said confidently. "An echo speaks without a mouth and hears without ears. It has no body but comes alive with the wind." The Sphinx smiled, impressed by their wisdom. "You have answered correctly. You may pass." A hidden door opened, revealing the path to the final trial. Kofi and Nia stepped through, their confidence bolstered by their success. The trial of love. The final trial took place in a serene, moonlit glade. The spirits surrounded Kofi and Nia, their forms glowing softly in the night. "The trial of love will test the strength of your bond," the spirits said. "You must confront your deepest fears and doubts about each other. Only by reaffirming your love and trust can you succeed." The glade transformed, and Kofi and Nia found themselves in a world of illusions. They saw visions of their past struggles and fears, moments of doubt, times when they had been at odds. The illusions whispered words of despair and mistrust, trying to drive a wedge between them. Kofi saw visions of Nia doubting his ability to protect her, while Nia saw images of Kofi questioning her loyalty. The illusions were powerful, their words like poison, seeping into their minds. But Kofi and Nia knew these were tests. They reached out to each other, their hands clasping tightly. "Nia, I trust you with all my heart," Kofi said, his voice steady. "We have faced so much together. I believe in our love." Nia nodded, her eyes filled with determination. "Kofi, I love you more than anything. Together, we are strong. We can overcome anything." Their words of affirmation shattered the illusions, the glade returning to its peaceful state. The spirits smiled, their approval evident. "You have proven your love and trust. The final trial is complete." Kofi and Nia embraced, their hearts light and their spirits high. The trials had tested them in every way, but their strength, wisdom, and love had carried them through. They emerged from the glade, their status as true guardians of the forest solidified. As dawn broke over the forest, Kofi and Nia stood together, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Their journey had proven their worth, and their bond was unbreakable. The forest and its people would thrive under their protection, their legacy a testament to the power of love, unity, and resilience. With the final challenge completed, the prophecy reached its conclusion. The forest and the village of Ngoma entered a new era of peace and prosperity. The spirits, having seen the fulfillment of the prophecy, blessed Kofi and Nia one last time. The village celebrated their triumph, grateful for the courage and dedication of their guardians. Kofi and Nia's leadership brought hope and happiness to the land. The prophecy's end marked the beginning of a bright future for the forest and its people. The village of Ngoma held a grand celebration to honor Kofi and Nia. The festivities were filled with joy and gratitude, a testament to the unity and resilience of the people. The village elders, once wary of change, now fully supported Kofi and Nia's leadership. The celebration was a time of reflection and thanksgiving. The villagers, inspired by Kofi and Nia's example, pledged to continue protecting the forest and upholding its magic. The unity and happiness of the village were a testament to the strength of their bond. Kofi and Nia ushered in a new era of peace and prosperity. The village and the forest flourished under their guidance. The harmony between humans and nature was stronger than ever, and the future looked bright. The new era was marked by progress and unity. The villagers worked together to build a better future, inspired by the leadership of Kofi and Nia. The forest, once a place of mystery and danger, became a symbol of hope and resilience. The hidden grove, a place of great magic, bestowed a final gift upon Kofi and Nia. This gift, a powerful artifact, would ensure the continued protection of the forest. The artifact, imbued with the essence of the grove, enhanced their abilities and strengthened their bond with the spirits. Kofi and Nia, grateful for the gift, used it to safeguard the forest from any future threats. The hidden grove's gift was a symbol of the unity and magic that defined their journey. The forest spirits, having seen the fulfillment of the prophecy, blessed Kofi and Nia one final time. Their blessings brought peace and prosperity to the land. The spirits' gifts ensured that Kofi and Nia could continue to protect the forest and its people. Kofi and Nia, their hearts filled with gratitude, thanked the spirits for their guidance and protection. The spirits' blessings were a testament to the strength of their bond and their dedication to their mission. Under Kofi and Nia's continued leadership, the village of Ngoma thrived. The people lived in harmony with the forest, respecting its magic and its guardians. The unity and cooperation of the villagers were a testament to the strength of their bond with Kofi and Nia. The village elders, once wary of change, now fully supported them. They saw the positive impact of Kofi and Nia's leadership and the fulfillment of the prophecy. The village became a beacon of hope and resilience. Kofi and Nia's legacy continued through their children and the new guardians. Their teachings and wisdom ensured that the forest and village would be protected for generations to come. The new guardians, inspired by Kofi and Nia's example, embraced their roles with dedication and commitment. The legacy of Kofi and Nia was a symbol of hope and resilience. Their love and unity had overcome countless challenges, and their story would inspire future generations. The forest and the village of Ngoma, once shrouded in mystery and danger, now stood as a testament to the power of love, duty, and resilience.